As one of many kids who grew up in the early 2000s, something that we all have in common is that we grew up during the greatest time for cartoons so far. All right, we had Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, WB Kids, Nickelodeon, Toonami, basically all the greatest channels for cartoons growing up, like at least so far, you know what I mean? And as one of those kids, basically I think that the greatest channel for all those was Cartoon Network. And today we're going to be ranking a ton of different Cartoon Network shows from lowest to best, even ones that I just have not seen before. So if that's something you guys want to watch, stick around and let's just get into it. Alright guys, so like I said, there is a ton of shows on this tier list that I have not seen or that I just cannot remember any details about to the point where I would put it and I don't remember. So starting up with actually one of those is Two Stupid Dogs. I don't remember this show at all. I feel like I've seen maybe a clip or two of it somewhere, but...
Take off your shoe! Woo!
Dude, when I think about it, I cannot see this thing at all. 16. Now 16, watching this as a little kid made me think that working in the mall must have been sick, because these kids were always having a good time. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't really have money, then they were kind of broke, but they were just always chilling in the mall and it made it seem fun. And then when I grew up and I did work in the mall at some point, that shit was ass. So this gets a straight D from me, alright? Like, they lied for sure. Like, they made that look way cooler than it was. Now, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. This is one of those shows that I would see when I stayed home from school, because it would come on like middle of the day. But I did enjoy this show. This show was okay. For me, it's gonna get a C. Adventure Time. Now I know somebody's gonna be mad at me for this. I have never watched most of Adventure Time. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. I've seen an entire story breakdown on YouTube that was like 4 hours, along with another show on this list actually that I've just never seen an episode of. So really, I can't put it in S. I want to, because I know the whole story and everything. I want to put it in S, but I've never seen it. So I feel like I have to put it in B. I've only seen a few episodes, less than probably 5. I know the whole story. I get the gist of it. I understand why it deserves to be an S. It's just, for me, I can't put it there because I've never really watched it like that. I don't even know this show. Something Naked Animals. If you've watched that show, I don't know. I'm assuming it's not good. Let me know if it is.
Tickled when you constrict me. Ow!
For me, I'm moving on from that though. Up next, The Amazing World of Gumball. This was on like the end of the years that I was really watching cartoons. But for me, this was a really good show. It's kind of wacky, really like kind of dumb and stupid. I liked all the different art styles in it though. So for me, Gumball's getting an A. Apple and Onion. Never seen this show. Atomic Betty. See, I do remember this show, but truthfully, I can't tell you a single thing about it at this point. I do remember it. I can picture the episodes in my head. I can't tell you anything about this show. For that reason alone, it's getting a D. I don't want to put it in don't remember because I do remember watching this show. I just don't remember really any details. So kind of contradicting myself, but anyways. Baby Looney Tunes. For me, this is on the exact same, basically, tier as A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Same exact idea. I would see the show anytime I stayed home from school. It would be on at like 10:30 in the morning. So that show was a classic. Honestly, it could probably even move up to B, but we're gonna leave it right there. Batman Beyond. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't remember which Batman show I watched. I feel like I've seen at least an episode or two of both of these. I don't really remember this one. I'm not a big superhero guy. These are both going in D for me.
That's heresy.
Not only for the fact that I can't tell them apart, besides like obviously their fits, I just don't remember them. You know what I mean? Don't really care about superheroes. Now I say that, but we're coming up on a GOAT. If you're gonna consider this a superhero, then maybe. Ben 10 original? I'm going with S or an A tier, to be honest. I'm trying to think of Alien Force or Ultimate Alien is better. I think this is how we're doing this. Alien Force, Ultimate Alien. I don't really remember Ultimate Alien that much. Ben 10 original, goated show. Fire. The Omnitrix, bro. I always wanted one of them shits, bro. That shit's fire. Dude, his uncle was sick. Gwen was kind of annoying, but anyways. And then by Alien Force, I'm pretty sure that's when he like doubles his Omnitrix, so he has like twice as many different aliens. Dude, I just thought that show was sick. I kind of barely remember Ultimate Alien, but I'm pretty sure this is how the trilogy went. Now, these two Ben 10 shows, I've never seen in my whole life. They kind of remind me of like the Teen Titans Go thing. I'm not really a fan of that. Same thing with this Batman. I don't think I've ever seen this one in my life. Camp Lazlo. To me, Camp Lazlo is a great show. I'm gonna put this at B. Great ending. Not really like an exciting show or anything. I just enjoyed watching it. Like, simply, I always wanted to go to Camp Lazlo. It looked like a sick summer camp. I always wanted to go there. So for that and the ending was just insane. Like, if you've seen the exact ending, then if you know, you know, because that came out of nowhere and that was sick to me. Now, Captain Planet. I've seen a lot of Captain Planet. I'm not really a big fan. I like his message. I like the whole Captain Planet message. Clean up the planet, keep the planet safe and healthy. I'm just not big of a fan, to be honest. Chop Socky Chooks. I feel like I've watched this show, but I don't remember this. So this is going there. Chowder. Chowder was good, although Chowder himself was annoying. Don't like his voice really, but I like the show. I like the art style. I like that when they moved, the characters themselves moved, the details on their clothing like stayed. I don't even know how to describe it. Dope is part of the show in my opinion. Clarence, I've never seen Clarence. I've only seen memes and clips and weird stuff with Clarence. I've never actually seen the show itself. Class of 3000, never seen it. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If this was the movie, this would probably be a C or a B, but I've never seen the show. It's going there. Code Lyoko. Now, Code Lyoko was like one of the first anime type of shows I've ever seen. I remember it had a dope intro song. The premise of the story was really good. This, for me, based off of nostalgia alone, it's going A. If I try to watch this show nowadays, I feel like it would drop in score drastically, but right now it's staying at A. Ooh, we got a couple of heavy hitters up next. We got Codename Kids Next Door, easy S tier. All right, story alone, the character development, the storyline that like at first you think it's just an episodic show, and then later on in the seasons you end up realizing that all this stuff is connected and characters come back, and bro, so good. Now, Courage, another show with like Courage goes from kind of being like a scared dog to like, you know what I mean? He ends up finding the courage to help save Muriel and Eustace sometimes, even though Eustace is kind of a big piece of shit. Dude, such a good show. Gets horror, creepy, kind of intense at the same time. Very, very unsettling show, but S tier all the way. Cow and Chicken, to me, funny. This is like one of the older shows. Like this, I feel like this show probably came out mid-90s, whereas I was born in 97, so I feel like I was late watching this anyways. But I enjoyed it. Stupid show. I remember the red guy always has his ass hanging out. I don't know, dude. That's just what I remember. Pretty funny show, though. Craig of the Creek, never watched this. The Cramp Twins, dude, for some reason I do remember this show. Like, I can picture it in my head, but I don't remember anything about it, so it's got to go there. Same thing with this show. I've never seen this. Dexter, to me, this might get a little bit of hate. I was never that big of a fan of Dexter. It was like an okay show. If it came on, I would watch it. But to me, I don't know. I would just rather watch other shows. That's just me. How to Train Your Dragon. I've never seen the show. The movies were pretty good, at least the first couple. But never seen the TV show. Maybe that was good too. Duck Dodgers. Another one that was like kind of old for me. But I still watched it. It was alright. It's not below 16. 16 is the worst thing on this entire list, besides something we're gonna get to later. Ed, Edd and Eddy. Now, Ed, Edd and Eddy to me, goated. Easy. S tier. Evil Con Carne. Now, I thought this wasn't even a real show. I thought this was just like a 5 or 10 minute segment throughout Billy and Mandy. Maybe it was like an actual full episode, but I just remember it being like there would be a 10 or 8 minute episode of Billy and Mandy, and then in between there would be Evil Con Carne or Grim and Evil, and then it would go back to the last episode, and that would be the whole 30-minute block on TV. So for me, Evil Con Carne is probably going to get a C. I don't think it's a bad show. It just wasn't long enough. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was even a real show. Foster's. Now Foster's, dude, Foster's is kind of getting done a little dirty, to be honest. I watched Foster's literally 2 days ago. I should not have watched it because it brought it down. It brought this shit down to like a B. Simply because Blue's voice was pissing me off, dude.
Will you get that thing away from me?
Even Mac's voice. Their voices were just so much worse than I remembered. In my head, it was still enjoyable. When I watched it, I was like, dude, oh my god, no. So I just don't think it holds up as well. And like I said, I don't think Code Lyoko would either, but I didn't watch that recently. So in my mind, that's still holding up. Garfield show, pretty good. It was okay. I mean, it's Garfield, you know what I mean? What can you say? I don't really remember this show, dude. I remember it kind of, but not enough to actually put it anywhere and give it a ranking. George of the Jungle. I love George of the Jungle, dude. I'm not gonna lie. The live action movie was okay, but George of the Jungle, the TV show, I enjoyed watching it all the time. Honestly, it's so weird that these three shows are lined up, because these three shows are the shows that when I stayed home from school or if I was sick or whatever, these are the shows I'm watching. Green Lantern. The Green Lantern I grew up watching on TV was black in the cartoons. Like, I've never seen a white Green Lantern until when did the Ryan Reynolds movie come out with Green Lantern? Because then I thought it was super weird. I was like, dude, Green Lantern is a black guy. Why is he white? Like, why is Ryan Reynolds or whoever playing this dude? What the fuck?
You're welcome, Canada.
And then I figured out that there was multiple of them, and yeah, so I don't think I've ever seen this show, unless this is the same show and I'm just wildly misremembering it. So I don't know. If you've ever seen the Black Green Lantern show, let me know, so I know I'm not crazy and this isn't one of those big Mandela effects. But anyways, Billy and Mandy, S tier. Easy. I'm sure by this list you can literally tell when I was growing up, because these are my S tiers. Easy. Grim and Evil. This is probably, I was gonna say this is like the same thing as Evil Con Carne. Honestly, probably a little less, just because I don't remember it as well as Evil Con Carne, but I do remember seeing it. We got a couple of shows I have not watched right here. Never seen either of these. Puffy Amiyumi and Master of the Universe, He-Man. I've never seen either of those. I Am Weasel. I Am Weasel is okay. To me, I Am Weasel is probably gonna get a C, lower C, because it's sort of like Cow and Chicken, but I think Cow and Chicken is better and funnier. Infinity Train, I never even heard this. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo as a character I think is funny and I like it.
Hey there, lady. Man, I'm pretty.
But looking back at the show, probably a D, dude. Just being honest. Johnny Test, I like Johnny Test. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people hated Johnny Test growing up. I didn't mind it. I thought it was sort of like Dexter's, but because he had his sisters that were mad smart. Like, it was basically the opposite. Johnny was the dumbass that just did stuff with his cool dog, and then his sisters were the really smart ones that had the crush on the dude next door. I thought Johnny Test was pretty good. Justice League. I don't remember which one of these I've seen, to be honest. We're going Justice League. We're doing these two in here because I don't remember. These two could be switched off because I don't remember which Justice League I have watched personally. But it's one of these two. Crypto the Superdog. That's gonna get a C. We're bringing Justice League down. I like Crypto the Superdog more than I like Justice League. As weird as that sounds. I don't know. I just thought it was a more enjoyable show. League of Super Evil. I do remember this show. Not that great though. So this is going here. 16 is definitely staying in the last. Juniper Lee was good. I did like Juniper Lee. Kind of reminded me of Jackie Chan Adventures, but fire show. Low-key underrated. Long Live the Royals. I've never seen this. Looney Tunes show. This looks newer, but I don't know. I'm going off of this is the original Looney Tunes show that I was growing up with. I think I like Baby Looney Tunes a little bit more, but it's staying on the same thing. Mad. To me, the Mad show was basically a kid's version of Robot Chicken. I didn't like that because I had already seen Robot Chicken. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's probably just my bias. It was probably good for kids, but to me, this shit's getting a D. I think just watch Robot Chicken, bro. Some of the things aren't even, I can't say they're not that bad because they are pretty bad on Robot Chicken, but you know what I mean? Did I say Meow Meow? I don't know. I've never seen this show. Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. That's probably got to get a B. I like the art style. I like that it was creepy and like kind of unsettling sometimes. There was a lot of really weird things going on in this show that would make you think. Not when I was a little kid, I wasn't thinking about this stuff because I was just watching it and thinking Flapjack was dumb. Captain Knuckles was pretty cool, I guess, and the whale was super chill. But growing up and thinking back on the episodes now, I was like, dude, some of that stuff is really weird. So I don't know. It's getting a B for me. Megas XLR. This is a show that I kind of barely remember. My boy said that this show was great. I barely remember this show, to be honest. Like bits and pieces I have come to mind, but not enough for me to even put it on a ranking. Magisaurs, never seen this. We're coming up on a couple that I've never seen right here, all right? Never seen this. Mixels, I've never seen. Moxie show, I don't think I've ever seen that either. If you've seen any of these shows in this never watched or don't remember, please let me know if they're worth the watch, because I will go back and I'll check these out. I have to do the same thing for Adventure Time anyways, so just let me know and I will watch it at some point. Mucha Lucha. I loved Mucha Lucha. Mucha Lucha to me is an A. I had all the DVDs. I had the VHS tapes. I love Mucha Lucha. I always wanted the bed like this dude, how he wakes up and it's the wrestling ring. Like, that is so sick to me. I used to love WWE too, so that only made sense. My Gym Partner's a Monkey. This is another show that got a lot of hate. I didn't mind this show. It's going B. I liked watching it. I thought it was pretty cool. The monkey was alright. Premise for the show was like whatever. I mean, I was a little kid watching this stuff. I just enjoyed it and I can still like remember it today and it's like, oh yeah, I kind of enjoyed that show. So me is getting a B. Ninjago, I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes. I don't really care for it. My brother loves Legos. I'm not a big Lego fan, so hey, that could go either way. OKKO, I've heard a lot about this show, but I've never seen it. So somebody, if you've seen it, let me know if this is worth the watch. Now, all right, we're getting to a weird one. Over the Garden Wall. I've heard this show talked about a lot. A lot of people say that this is a great show, one of the better, newer shows on Cartoon Network that's like an Adventure Time or something like that. Something with like a big story that's really good that captivates you quick. Me and my friend watched it the other day. We watched the first episode. First episode, for sure hit all those pieces. Really creepy, really weird. At one time I was questioning, is this actually a kid's show? Like, this is on Cartoon Network. This is really weird. But I haven't seen any more of it. I've only watched the first episode. For me, it's going in a C just because I haven't seen it all. I've literally seen 1 episode and off that, it already got to a C. So maybe by the time I finish it, it'll go up more. We'll see. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Please, if you're gonna tell me to watch it, just don't spoil it, bro. Like, just don't be that guy. Anyways, Ozzy and Drix, shout out to my cuz Drix, bro. You feel me? Just because you share a name, plus I loved Osmosis Jones. Oh, this is the thing. The show wasn't as good as the movie, so the show is gonna go in a C. If this was the movie Osmosis Jones, that would probably be an A or a B, though. Powerpuff Girls, probably going in an A. Classic show, super good. I love some of the characters, love some of the side characters in it. Dude, that's just one that just carries out throughout time as we keep going. Like, they brought it back recently with this one. I've never seen the new one, but the original Powerpuff Girls, classic show, bro. If you haven't seen it, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Classic Cartoon Network. Problem Solvers, never seen that shit. Regular show. I never finished Regular Show, but it was really, really good. Like, I watched most of it. I would say like 90%. I've seen where they get to the end and they're fighting the giant head that's like the god or whatever. Sorry if I just spoiled that for you. My bad. I didn't even mean to. But really good show. I should finish it still. That's my fault. Robot Boy, I barely remember it. I remember the characters, dude, but I just don't remember any details about the show. So it's got to go there. Same thing with Robotomy. Remember the characters? I can vividly have flashbacks of watching this show, but thinking about it, I don't even know the characters' names, bro. They're staying right there. Samurai Jack for me was good. Not exactly an S tier, but really good. Also another one of those like anime shows. This is probably going back here. Probably better than Code Lyoko. Just because the art style was like perfect. Dude, I loved Aku too. Even as weird as that sounds, because he was the the antagonist, whatever. His art style was sick. Just with like, I couldn't even tell. It was just like little sticks coming out of his head. It was just weird. But I enjoyed that show a lot. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, getting an A. Not the best Scooby-Doo show, not the worst. Ford Awesome, I've never seen this. Secret Saturdays, I remember, but I barely remember this. It's going in D, dude. Not much else I can say about that one. Sheep in the Big City, never seen this. We're going on a little tear of stuff I haven't seen right here, alright? Skunk Fu, don't remember. Sonic Boom, don't remember. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, to me was mid. Dude, that was basically the exact same thing as those late night shows to me. I did not care about late night shows. Don't really care about reality shows. But Space Ghost was like, alright. But to me, it was still boring to watch, honestly. Squirrel Boy, same thing. Squirrel Boy, not the same thing as Space Ghost, but it's the same thing as getting a D. It was pretty boring. Star Wars The Clone Wars, I can't remember which one was the really good one. I think it was this one. I don't remember which one was the good one. They're both going in C.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Just because I don't remember which one was really, really good. I watched both of these, and I don't really care about Star Wars like that, first off. So, to me, it's a toss-up. C or D, they could both go in either or. I don't really care. But I remember one being way better than the other, and I don't remember which one. So, Static Shock, bro, classic. I don't like superheroes, bro, and this is a crazy good superhero show. Like, first off, his backstory was dope. His powers were sick, bro. I always wanted to be able to like lift up on the friggin' sewer grate and like shock myself around the city. That was so sick to me. I heard they were bringing it back at some point soon, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything since I heard that, so it's staying there. Steven Universe, another show, basically same exact thing as Adventure Time. I haven't watched episodes of this show. I've seen a full like 4 or 5 hour breakdown. I forget whose video it was. Maybe Jordan Fringe. I know he's done a couple of these big shows, but I've watched one person break down all of Steven Universe, and it sounds so good. It sounds like a show I would love to watch. I just haven't. I don't know why. I don't really have any excuses. I just haven't watched it yet. So for me, everything I've seen so far, it gets a B. This could probably move up. Same thing with Adventure Time, could move up to B and S. Like, no problem. You know what I mean? I just haven't watched them yet. Haven't seen Summer Camp Island. Haven't seen...
What the hell is that?
I don't know what the hell it is. I thought that just said Sunday Penis for a second. What the fuck? I've never seen this show. If you've seen any of these shows that I'm putting up here, please let me know if I'm missing out on anything good. Symbiotic Titan. I do remember this, but not enough to rank it, so it's going here. Teen Titans Go. Bro, to me, this is just disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. I've watched a couple episodes, and it's not that bad at the end of the day. Like, it's okay. It's kind of whatever. But it goes in D strictly for the disrespect that it gave to the original Teen Titans. Like, how are you gonna take an S show, a show that is, bro, crazy good, has some of like the greatest fight scenes, had what's the dude with the fucking half like tannish orangish mask that ends up fucking with Robin, and he basically breaks his brain psychologically and makes him schizophrenic, thinking that he's constantly around. Like, dude, you don't get that in shows, especially for kids. Like, bro, that show was crazy. That show had me thinking weird stuff. I was like, yo, is Robin just imagining this guy the whole time? Like, has this guy actually been crazy this whole time and nobody realized it? The whole thing with Raven's dad, oh my god, just so good, bro.
Let's just say I have issues with my father.
And then you disrespect it with this? Teen Titans Go, bro? Like, what the fuck is this, bro? I was pissed, bro.
Know your fucking place, trash.
And I hadn't watched these shows in like 10 years. And I was pissed when I saw that show. Thundercats, haven't seen it. Tig and Seek, I feel like I've seen this show because I remember the name, but couldn't tell you anything about it. Time Squad was okay. It's going bottom of C. It's kind of one of those shows that like I kind of remember, but not really. Like, this is the dude I remember from the whole show. I don't even remember the little nerd. Total Drama Island. Contradictory to what I said about Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I did hate reality shows, for sure. But Total Drama Island, to me, was pretty fire. Like, I liked the show. I liked the host. I liked all the weird stuff that was going on in the background with the chef. And, like, how, like, you didn't even really know if this whole thing was, like, legal. You know what I mean? It was just a good show all around. All right? I won't hate on that show. B, for sure. Redonkulous Race, never seen. Now, I've seen Total Drama Island, at least the first couple seasons. I've never seen the Total Drama Babies or whatever this is. That's going there. Totally Spies. Bro, this is a classic. Although, for a while, I thought this was on Nickelodeon, to be honest. This gets an A. This is a fire show. Low-key, so fire. Like, I don't even know. I can remember some of the episodes right now. Like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This pitcher's filled with milk that's laced with Terrence's DNA.
How dare you lay a hand on my magic finger, ladies!
I'm just reminiscing. My bad. Anyways, that was a good show. Definitely an A. I forget their names. Just trust me.
Clothes shrinking ray!
A or B. B at the low end, but A is deserving. Transformers, I don't remember seeing this Transformers. Unless this is like the original Transformers from back in the day, then it probably gets like a C or a D. I wasn't really a big Transformers guy, to be honest, but since I can't tell, it's going there. Uncle Grandpa, I've only seen clips, and I think I might have seen one episode. Dude, this just seems like whoever wrote this just took a lot of mushrooms or acid or some type of psychedelic and then just wrote a whole show. And that was it. Like this, that is what you're watching. Because I don't know, to me, none of it's really coherent, makes much sense. But again, I haven't seen the whole show. I've only seen like a couple clips here and there. It just didn't look like my thing. Unikitty, never seen it. Victor Valentino, never seen this. Villainous, never seen. We Bear Bears, I've heard a lot about this show, never seen it. What a Cartoon, can't remember. Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, that's like a classic show too. I can kind of barely remember that show, but I love the art style. Really reminded me a lot of like Chalk Zone's art style, which I liked. That whole like, at least that whole like late 90s kind of cartoon aesthetic looks sick to me. What's new, Scooby-Doo? Here we go. S tier. All right, talk about the best Scooby-Doo. Besides the movies, this is it. All right. Shaolin Showdown. Shaolin Showdown. For me, Shaolin Showdown is probably gonna get A. Shaolin Showdown is getting an A. Really good, kind of like somewhat funny. Reminded me of there was another show. This also kind of reminds me of like Mucha Lucha, but with like Shaolin monks, I guess. You know what I mean? Young Justice. I've definitely seen some episodes. I never cared about Young Justice. Annoying Orange. This show right here is the worst. Like, there's no arguing. This is the worst show on this entire list. Even out of the ones I've never seen, this shit is ass. Like, actually annoying. Like, frustrating to watch. Like, this comes on, bro. I'm shutting off my TV. I'm walking away. I'm putting on some PlayStation. I'm going outside, bro. Like, this is a horrible show. Even nowadays, like, this shit is, I need to add an F tier just for this, all right? Hero 108, okay, pretty good. I barely really remember it, to be honest, but it's going there. Thundercats, another show, never watched. Batman, the animated series, I don't really remember which Batman was the good ones, to be honest, so this one, I feel like I've seen this one. This one's also going in D.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What's going on here?
Oh, sir, I'm arrested.
Superman, don't remember. Alright guys, I'm gonna give you a quick hint. I haven't seen any of these last shows right here. None of these. All these are never watched, don't remember. And there we have it, boys. That is the entire tier list of Cartoon Network shows that I could find. Got some of the GOATs right here. A and S are like goated shows. B is super good. C is very enjoyable. D is okay, and then never watched. Well, D is okay to absolute fucking garbage with these two right here. 16, not absolute garbage, just kind of like a pointless show, no need to watch. Annoying Orange, absolute F tier garbage. All right, if there is any shows in the never watched, don't remember section that you've seen that you think I should watch, that you think is actually worth watching, please let me know down below, because trust me, I'm always trying to find some new stuff to watch. I'm definitely gonna continue watching Over the Garden Wall, and maybe at some point I'll go back to finish Adventure Time and Steven Universe, but until then, this is my definitive Cartoon Network list. If you guys want to see the Nickelodeon or the WB Kids or Toonami one, Let me know. I got a bunch of these tier lists coming out. Yeah, let me know if you agree. Let me know if you think my list sucks. Let me know whatever you're thinking. Other than that, subscribe, like, all the YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, get laid. Happy New Year's. This is